and in the front view that needs to come across a little bit more as well. Now we do 15, and the idea here is to just keep matching the head height and then come to the front view and make sure that we're where we need to be left to right. So the next one's 21, exactly the same as 9. It's the highest point right here, and we swing across slightly, and that's looking pretty good. I'll go slightly more. That's looking pretty good, and you can see now in the front view the pelvis matches the reference. Looks like frame 12 we're out of whack a little bit there. That looks right. And always to be sure, just select the 0 frame or the 24th and drag it to the other end using shift. Hold shift and drag that, and that way it always matches. Now, a nice trick to test that 0 and 24 match is you can use the greater than or less than key on your keyboard. If you go to frame 24 and then hit the greater than key, you'll be able to shuttle or jog between the first and last frame. I use that a lot through this process because you should see no variation in the viewport whatsoever. Okay, so the next thing we can do is move down to the feet and we can start posing. Now I'm going to do this at frame 24. I'm going to grab the blue foot controller and I'm going to slide it forward and I'm going to match my reference. So just coming in here now, I'm going to rotate it. What I like to do is, if I move this slightly out of the road, I might drag it back here a little bit, and just get the angle the same as the foot. And I'm just switching off my angle snap. It just gives me a finer angle to work with. And we're also going to be rotating in local mode up here. It just allows the gizmo to actually show me what that angle is, which you don't get in view mode. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to move it forward and just try to line up that contact point with the ground. And that looks pretty good for me. And I jumped one step too far then. What I didn't do is do my hip rotation. So I'm just going to grab the hip rotator, which is the red, this red ring here. I'm going to go to a front view and I'm going to get this rotation correct. So if I go to frame 24, the way the hip rotator works, if we look at our reference, have a look at this blue section here, the light blue section. When the blue leg is forward, it's angled